very talented team. We're tough. We're hard-nosed.
This team is good.
Dallas had 4 years to pay Jalen Brunson what he was worth.
So I'm obviously the lowest paid player at the table.
4 years to watch him average 21.6 points per game in the Western Conference Finals and prove he was more than just Luka's backup. And when it came time to pay him, they said no. Not because they didn't know what he could do, they just didn't think he was worth it.
It's everything to me. I put my entire life into this game.
Now, Jalen Brunson is a two-time NBA All-Star.
Being named to your first All-Star game. Now, where you're on the garden floor hearing MVP chant.
All-NBA second team, and the leader who brought the Knicks back to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. And Dallas is stuck watching highlights of the player they let walk out the door for nothing. This wasn't supposed to be Jalen's story. He was the 33rd pick in the 2018 NBA Draft, second round. The kind of player who's supposed to ride the bench and quietly fade out. The scouts said he was too small at 6'2", not athletic enough, great college player, but his game won't translate. Nobody projected him as a franchise cornerstone. Nobody thought he'd become an all-star.
I mean, no matter what, we're gonna keep fighting. That's what we do.
And nobody saw him becoming the heartbeat of the New York Knicks. But the kid who grew up in NBA locker rooms while his father played 9 seasons in the league never cared what the projections said.
Around the NBA, right? Your dad, Rick, he actually played for the Knicks.
He did. Yeah, he played for the 99 team, went to the final.
So how did a second-round pick from New Jersey become one of the most clutch players in the NBA and prove an entire franchise wrong? Jalen Marquis Brunson was born on August 31st, 1996 in New Brunswick, New Jersey. His father, Rick Brunson, played 9 seasons in the NBA as a journeyman point guard for 8 different teams. Rick never averaged more than 6 points a game, but he stayed in the league for nearly a decade because he understood how to be a professional. He understood what it meant to fight for every single day in the league. And Jalen absorbed every lesson. While other kids played video games, Jalen sat courtside at NBA arenas watching his dad run pick and rolls. He was in locker rooms listening to veterans talk strategy. He watched his father warm up before games, saw him ice his knees after losses, heard him talk about what it took to survive in a league that was always looking for reasons to replace you. He learned early that the NBA wasn't just about talent, it was about sacrifice, about showing up every single day when nobody believed you belonged, about proving yourself over and over again. One of those locker rooms was Madison Square Garden. Rick played for the Knicks in the early 2000s, and sitting on that bench was an assistant coach named Tom Thibodeau. Young Jalen would sit in the stands during shoot-arounds, staring up at the retired jerseys hanging from the rafters. Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed, Walt Frazier. Legends who built their careers on toughness and winning. He had no idea that one day he'd be the one leading this franchise. That the arena he watched as a wide-eyed kid would become his home. That Tom Thibodeau would one day hand him the keys to the entire organization. The family moved 7 times before settling in Lincolnshire, Illinois in 2010. 7 different cities, 7 different schools, no roots, no stability, just basketball and the road. But when they finally settled, Jalen enrolled at Stevenson High School, and that's when the basketball world started paying attention. As a freshman, Jalen was solid but not special. By sophomore year, everything changed. Stevenson went on a 1-9 game winning streak and reached the Illinois State Championship against Jabari Parker's Simeon Career Academy, the 3-time defending champions. Jalen got the Simeon guards in foul trouble early, but Stevenson lost 58-40. The defeat stayed with him. It taught him that talent wasn't enough. You had to finish. Junior year, February 21st, 2014, Jalen scored 57 points in double overtime against Lake Forest. That performance gave him both the school single game and career scoring records in one night. Then on March 21st, in the state playoff semifinals against Jahlil Okafor's Whitney Young, Jalen dropped 56 points in a 75-68 loss. Jahlil Okafor was the #1 recruit in the country, a future top 3 NBA pick, and Jalen went toe-to-toe with him. That performance set the Illinois playoff single-game scoring record, a record that still stands today. He averaged 26.1 points, 5.4 rebounds, 4.7 assists that season. He was named Gatorade Player of the Year for Illinois. Every major program came calling. On September 10th, 2014, Jalen committed to Villanova. Freshman year at Villanova, Jalen was a role player averaging 9.6 points. He accepted his role and played within the system. Then, on April 4th, 2016, Villanova faced North Carolina in the championship. The game came down to the final seconds. Chris Jenkins hit the buzzer beater, Villanova won. Jalen had his first ring. Sophomore year, he averaged 14.7 points and became the primary ball handler.
Really cannot put this into words at all. I just love my brothers. I love my team. I love Villanova Nation. It's just spectacular.
Junior year, he took over completely. 18.9 points per game, 4.6 assists. He became the engine of everything Villanova did. He won the Bob Cousy Award as the nation's best point guard, AP National Player of the Year, Consensus First Team All-American. Every major honor in college basketball, Jalen won it. On April 2nd, 2018,
Brunson the bound pass and Clark.
Villanova faced Michigan in the championship. Jalen dropped 31 points and controlled the entire game. Villanova won 79-62, 2 national championships. National Player of the Year, one of the most decorated college careers in basketball history. But when draft night came, the NBA didn't see a star. They saw a second-round pick. June 21st, 2018, NBA draft night. Jalen sat in the green room with his family, his mother, Sandra, his father, Rick, who knew exactly what this moment meant because he'd lived it himself. The lottery came and went. DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, all gone in the top 5. The first round continued. Pick after pick. Colin Sexton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Bridges, all selected ahead of him. And then the first round ended. 30 picks, 30 players, and Jalen's name still hadn't been called. He watched his college teammates get drafted. He watched players he dominated in college hear their names called before his 2 national championships, National Player of the Year, and he was still sitting there. Finally, with the 33rd overall pick in the second round, the Dallas Mavericks selected him.
Jalen Brunson from Villanova University.
Respect. He was in the NBA, but he was a second-round pick. No guaranteed money, no fanfare, just another body fighting for a roster spot. Jalen signed a 4-year rookie deal worth roughly $6 million total, but he didn't complain. He didn't tweet about the disrespect or fire his agent. He looked at his father, the 9-year journeyman who fought for every single day in the league, and he understood. This was just the beginning. The real work started now. For 4 years, Jalen played behind Luka Doncic. He accepted his role, ran the second unit, played winning basketball. Rookie year, 9.3 points. Year 2, 8 points. Year 3, 12.6 points. Solid, professional, reliable. Then came the 2021-22 playoffs, and Jalen became a different player.
And I started to start, and I was playing really well. I think I was averaging like 20 and like 6 maybe, whatever.
First round against Utah, 27.8 points per game on 49% shooting. He destroyed them. Second round against Phoenix, the number 1 seed, 21.8 points per game. Conference finals against Golden State, the eventual champions, 21.6 points per game. In game 2 of the conference finals, with Luka struggling, Jalen dropped 31 points to keep Dallas alive. He wasn't just a role player anymore, he was a closer. Dallas made the conference finals for the first time since 2011, and Jalen was a massive reason why. So when the offseason came, Dallas had a decision: pay him what he was worth or let him walk. They chose wrong. Dallas offered an extension around $5 million over 4 years. An insult after what he'd just done in the playoffs. Then the Knicks called.
I really did want to stay in Dallas. Before my 4th season in Dallas, my last season in Dallas, we tried to extend our contract, whatever we can get. The most we can get was like 4 years and $55 million. And so obviously we wanted to do that. I wanted to stay there. I thought I would be there for a long time, and I liked my role there. Trade deadline comes, I'm not getting extended, I'm probably going to get traded. The way I've been playing, like, there's just like,
Playing well, right?
I'm playing somewhat decent.
4 years, $104 million. Not a max contract, but more than Dallas would pay. And it was New York, the city where his father played, where Tom Thibodeau coached, where Jalen sat as a kid in the same locker room he was about to lead. On July 12, 2022, Jalen signed with the Knicks. Dallas didn't match. They didn't fight. They let him walk. The biggest mistake in Mavericks history had just been made. October 19th, 2022, opening night, Madison Square Garden, the same building where Jalen sat as a 7-year-old kid watching his father warm up before games. The same court where he used to shoot around during team shoot-arounds while the arena was empty. Now the arena was packed. 19,000 812 fans, all of them waiting to see what the Knicks' new point guard could do. Jalen walked through the tunnel and onto the court for warm-ups. He looked up at the rafters, the same retired jerseys he used to stare at as a kid: Ewing, Reed, Frazier. His father was in the crowd, so was his mother. They'd watched him get drafted in the second round, watched him fight for minutes in Dallas, watched him prove everyone wrong over and over again. And now they were watching him start for the New York Knicks at Madison Square Garden. When the game started, Jalen didn't try to do too much. He just played his game. Pick and roll, mid-range jumpers, finding open teammates, making winning plays. The Knicks won. And the Garden erupted. After the game, Jalen walked off the court and hugged his father. No words needed. They both knew what this meant. The locker room kid had come home. 2022-23 season, 24 points, 6.2 assists, first-time All-Star. The Knicks made the playoffs for the first time in years. In the first round against Cleveland, Jalen averaged 27.8 points per game. The Knicks won in 5 games. The Garden hadn't been that loud in a decade. 2023-24 season, 28.7 points, 6.7 assists, All-NBA second team. He wasn't just good, he was elite. On January 12, 2024, Jalen dropped 61 points against San Antonio, the most by a Knick since Carmelo Anthony in 2014. The Garden went absolutely insane. On March 29, 2024, he set an NBA record with 8 three-pointers in a half without a miss. He finished 9 for 9 from 3, tying the NBA record. Perfect shooting, a performance that may never be replicated. Then in May 2025, Jalen led the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. An entire generation of Knicks fans had never seen their team get this far. The second-round pick Dallas didn't want was now the face of the New York Knicks. The full circle. Tom Thibodeau, the same assistant coach on the Knicks bench when Jalen's dad played in the early 2000s, is now his head coach. The same arena where Jalen sat as a kid watching warm-ups is now his home court. The same franchise that introduced him to the NBA is now his franchise. In July 2024, the Knicks gave him a 4-year, $156.5 million extension. Still not a max deal. Jalen took less money to keep the team competitive, to bring in pieces, to build a championship roster. Leadership isn't just about stats, it's about sacrifice. And Jalen has proven he's willing to do whatever it takes. Dallas had 4 years to pay Jalen Brunson. They watched him help them reach the conference finals. They saw what he could do when it mattered most. They knew what kind of player he was, what kind of leader he was. And they still said no. Now Jalen is a 2-time All-Star, All-NBA second team, the leader of the Knicks, the guy who brought New York back to the Eastern Conference Finals. The kid who grew up in NBA locker rooms is now running the biggest one in the world. And Dallas, they're stuck watching the player they let walk away become everything they needed him to be. The second-round pick nobody believed in is now the guy an entire city believes in. If you want more stories like this, where the real revenge is proving everyone wrong, like, share, and subscribe to Court Vision Productions.